Established by the U.S. Congress in honor of President Woodrow Wilson, the Wilson Center provides a trusted, nonpartisan platform for research and dialogue, producing actionable ideas that bridge the gap between scholarship and policy. And the Canada Institute at the Wilson Center is one of our most important resources, dedicated to advancing the relationship between the United States and Canada.
What the Institute provides is a friendly environment, a friendly American environment to look at Canadian issues. It's sympathetic to Canada, it understands Canada, it is in all matters American. And for Canadians, that provides a very good vehicle for us to get our issues in front of American policymakers.
The Wilson Center is a unique organization. It was established by Congress as a presidential memorial. As such, it is staunchly nonpartisan, but it also has really close relationships, a really trusted relationship with members of Congress and with the various government agencies and policymakers in the United States. As the Canada Institute in the Wilson Center, that gives us a really privileged position and a trust that we take very seriously. And so while we don't necessarily do the same things as the Canadian Embassy does in Washington, I think we play a really important role as a convener, a bridge builder, and a source of unbiased, up-to-date information.
Founded in 2001 to increase awareness of important issues, the Institute strives to ensure a sustained voice for Canadian interests in Washington and a home for Canadian scholarship in the United States. Committed to strengthening connections between its two founding countries, the Canada Institute works to advance dialogue on key issues to help policymakers make informed decisions about economic, environmental, and security challenges.
The Canada Institute is quite unique and advantageous for us here in Washington. Recently, we have partnered with the Canada Institute to have some very interesting conversations around topics such as the next generation technology in transportation infrastructure for the border. But we also collaborate on a multitude of issues that are essential to our communities, such as fighting the opioids crisis, which is a real challenge, protecting our shared water, our shared air, our environment. Another topic that was very interesting recently that we discussed was Indigenous partnerships in energy projects, which is a very topical and complex problem for both of our nations.
We try to make sure that issues that may not get enough attention rise to the level of public attention, whether that's an issue of trade or health or a border issue or a migration issue. We try to find those things that are important and might otherwise slip beneath the radar.
But beyond advocacy, the Institute builds and encourages relationships through scholarship and education by providing a platform for Canadian leaders in the United States and by fostering productive discourse between nations.
The scholars and researchers that we have working with us or affiliated with us at the Canada Institute are an extraordinary range of thinkers, researchers, writers. We draw a lot of people in from public life, former public servants, former government ministers. We bring in journalists, people who are making transitions in their careers and have something to say. So we've been really fortunate to have some amazing individuals as scholars at the Canada Institute during my tenure as director.
The Canada Institute stands today as an important, nonpartisan forum dedicated to supporting one of the most successful and unique bilateral relationships in the world.
Having an institute that brings together thought leaders to have in-depth policy discussions here in Washington about the Canada-US relationship provides something really unique and very powerful for us here.
For both the Wilson Center and the Canada Institute, the Wilson Awards are a cornerstone of our mission to build meaningful connections. Given to a select group of leaders, they celebrate those who show extraordinary commitment to service in the spirit of Woodrow Wilson. Previous honorees include the Honorable Henry A. Kissinger, Hillary Rodham Clinton, the Right Honorable Stephen Harper, and Mr. Stephen Lewis, to name a few. Indeed, the legacies of our Wilson Award recipients truly reflect the values of President Woodrow Wilson, who summed it up best when he said, "There is no higher religion than human service. To work for the common good is the greatest creed."